Ba 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 da 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 ba da da. Pretty wings around. Ba ba. Did y'all see Maxwell in his performance on Soul Train Awards? I guess he received the Soul Train Legend Award. Congratulations, Maxwell. His little dance moves were different, but he pulled it off. And he's going on tour. So, but anyway, I just want to get on really quickly to just chat and stroll with y'all. Just messed up some Chick-fil-A, so I want to walk it off. So I figured while I'm walking off the Chick-fil-A, I have a conversation with y'all and share my thoughts on the King Richard movie. I went to see it last night. And on this beautiful 80-degree day on December 2nd, 2021, the Dallas-Fort Worth area. And I know if y'all can still hear me as I get my stroll on. Whew. Man, Chick-fil-A really knows when to hit the spot. Damn, I done buttoned one of my shirts. So anyway, on the King Richard movie, I heard all the reviews. No, not reviews, but read all the reviews, but heard a lot of people's opinions about it. And I knew I was going to go see the movie because I appreciated the trailer for the movie and the conversations that Will and Venus and Serena were having about the movie. And it was about time that a legitimate, a more recent legitimate tribute be paid to not just a black man for doing something positive, but black father. Because we seem to have moved to a point in America where, what's up, Tino Lucia? We seem to move in a very left-leaning direction in America where fathers are not even thought of as real people. And I don't understand, because you can't have babies without a man. I mean, you can't get pregnant, without a man. And please spare me to the so-called, the black conscious community. We know sisters, African women, were able to reproduce themselves without a man. Well, those are not those days. They're not taking their middle fingers and shoving it up their wahoo and getting themselves pregnant. Men are involved. Penis is involved. But anyway, I made it to the theater and I took all of the comments with me that I had heard, and especially the comments made by actress, comedian, outspoken former talk show host, and all around actress, insecure actress and all that stuff, Amanda Seales. And in my opinion, who I saw first was her. She kicked off the anti-King Richard movie sentiment, saying, I don't want to see a movie about him. Why can't we see a movie about Venus and Serena? But she first started off by saying that he's too light-skinned to play Richard. Richard is a darker man. And, Will Smith tends to body and embody every role that he's played. He played Ali. I guess they look pretty similar. But he did a good job when he played Ali. And he did a damn good job playing Richard. We all forget that Malcolm X looked like vanilla ice cream compared to Denzel Washington, who played him. But it was about how they embodied the characteristics of the person they're portraying. And Denzel did an excellent job when he embodied the characteristics of Malcolm X. We believed it. And Will did a good job as he embodied the mannerisms and the characteristics of Richard Williams. If you remember him from the 90s and the early 2000s when he was really pushing Venus and Serena, we saw him on the interviews. We saw him get vilified. He was like how they treated LeVar Ball. They said he talked too much and he was strange, he was difficult, all of that. But just like LeVar Ball, Richard Williams told these folks, my girls are going to be number one. They're going to be champions. LeVar Ball said all three of my boys are going to be the shit in the NBA. And guess what? Both men had plans for their children. Both black men had plans for their children, and against all the odds, they were able to bring those plans for their children into fruition. And I don't understand why a lot of us in the black community, we stand around and allow these other entities to trash talk and berate and belittle and minimize black fathers. You know, and I say we do participate in, because a lot of black folks who were upset at what LeVar Ball, with the way he expressed himself about his boys. He was being a protective father of his children. Richard Williams was a protective father of not only Venus and Serena, but his other three daughters that he inherited when he met their mother Brandy, who had three daughters already, right? So he was the one of those baby daddies, stepdaddies. He volunteered to be a stepdaddy to one with three girls already. And he made them all great in their own way based on his influence in their lives. See, that's what makes this movie extra great. So, to Amanda Seales, to that Dr. Jessie White woman who followed behind Amanda Seales, a black woman's lead, and attacking this movie by saying, we want to hear a movie about Venus and Serena. Why we want to hear about their dad? Well, to those two women, and anybody else who hadn't said anything out loud but you're thinking this, how the fuck you think we got a Venus and Serena? We could not have gotten them with their mother, because remember, she was a single mom with three girls living in a one-bedroom apartment. Check out the movie when he lets you know that. But he co-produced those two girls. And he said, look, I got two tennis players, a doctor, a lawyer, and one other person. They all had goals, academic and professional goals. And the goals of Venus and Serena was about tennis. And so, you know, he wasn't painted as a perfect person, you know, but he was definitely a Superman, definitely a superhero. He definitely embodied, you know, based on what the movie portrayed and even what we remember from seeing him in the 90s and up in the early 2000s when he was on the bow before they, I guess, officially separated from him, professionally separated from him. He was a dad, and he created these champions. Because whatever we think about Venus and Serena as relates to their marrying and dating choices, a lot of us will say, well, damn, they got this movie together to pay tribute to their black father, and he was all this. But I guess when they say, well, they always tell black men, you know, you want to marry someone who's just like your mother, or your mama black, but Venus and Serena, maybe it was something else. I guess their daddy was the man that they didn't want to, I guess, meet. They met men who were completely opposite of their father. That's who they married or dated, and that's who they reproduced with, had children with. So it is what it is. But you cannot take their accomplishments from them. He trained them, he got them ready, he got them prepared, and they put in the work. And he said, okay, he put them out there. And shout out to Richard Williams and all the haters out there. See, the thing is, let me take these off. Whoa, the sun's back. Hold on a minute. That is what I think America doesn't want to see in black families. Fathers like that. Now, Richard Williams was not an educated man. He spoke with a particular broken English, but his mind was intact. He knew exactly what he wanted. And you know, they have an antagonist across the street from him. I'm not going to tell the movie, but, you know, all that. Oh, he went through all of that. Even got his ass beat for those girls. Trying to protect them and get them ready and make sure they grow up to be ladies. And guess what? You ever heard anything weird or negative about any one of those 5 girls that Richard Williams had a hand in raising? No out of wedlock births, no thug boyfriends, no falling out of clubs drunk and all that. They came up very nicely. And they all, from, I think even the one who was killed, they all they all grew into their professions. What he had laid out for them, and as they said in the movie, what he had in his plans for his girls. And you would think that African American women would see this, and I hope African American women go to the movie theater more than black men. But I need black men to take their black sons. I need them to take their black daughters. I need single mothers to take all their children to go see King Richard. And now they're trying to bring out these different articles talking about his previous children and all that. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. That's not what this story is about. No, we're not gonna let y'all dirty it up. You're not gonna Michael Jackson this brother. No, you're not gonna Marvin Gaye this brother. You're not gonna do that. We're not gonna let you Prince this man. And what I mean by that is dirty up their legacy, so you won't think of them as role models or what they did was that awesome. What he did was awesome. Look what he produced. Look what he had, a single hand, and he didn't play any tennis. But he was smart enough to pay attention to those who did, and he taught the girls that. And there's a lot of stuff in the movie, a lot of messages that I picked up. I'm just sharing some thoughts about what I saw in that movie that I thought was very significant. But I was giving any of this, the plots and all that stuff away. Richard Williams was just like a lot of your grandfathers, a lot of our uncles. Those uncles back in the day, he's 79 years old today, so that means he was up and around in the 40s and the 50s when black men weren't even allowed to even walk upright or walk straight or even speak as men on the street because the attack on black men was so brutal. Even their existence brought out the ire of the dominant or white folks. See, that black male masculinity, they work so hard to make sure it's never really, really flourishing in this country. Look at the black athletes, look at the black actors. Every chance you get, they get the strongest and the blackest and put dresses on them or have them playing gay roles. They want to make sure that black masculinity does not reach young black boys. And young black girls don't respect masculinity in black men. Y'all see, this stuff is not by accident. And so, the King Richard movie, a lot of feminists and haters were trying to dump on it, but let me tell y'all something. It's not going to work. Because black men are waking up. Thank you to Black YouTube or the Black Manosphere on YouTube. Thank you for being a voice and waking up. Helping a lot of black men and older and younger black men snap out of that matriarchal matrix, that white supremacist nightmare, and to see yourselves and allow them seeing themselves as important individuals, important as a group, and human beings. And, I can go into the movie and some things that were said that kind of threw me off, but I'll just throw you this line right here. When there's the argument thing, and, and he said, they were trying to push her to go into pros, and he objected to one of these offers, and the mother got upset because Venus got upset, and when she got through, the mama referred to the girls as my girls. I'm here, my girls. Don't you ever leave my girls. And I would love to have told her, ma'am, those 3 that you had by that dude, whoever he was, your first husband, your first baby daddy, those are your girls. But Venus and Serena's were his girls, and your girls were very fortunate to become a part of his tutelage, ma'am. Always talking about my girls, my. I just find it amazing when I hear women say that, even they be in family court. Well, my baby, even all on YouTube, social media, my baby. He don't take care of my baby. If it's your baby, won't you take care of your damn baby? I need to watch your language. And guys call him out on this foolishness. That's what he said. Well, while she was talking about all of that, and all you worried about is trying to get the world to validate you. That's what she said to him. And it's interesting, the way she was complaining, it sounded like she wanted validation too. But I ain't gonna give away the movie. But he said one thing that's very pivotal in my opinion. Yeah, where was you at before you met me? You was in a 1-bedroom with 3 girls. You see this big house, you see all of this, is because of me. And I yelled, and no, just silently, I didn't yell, but I was like, that is the truth. Because a lot of women have made it off the backs of alive and dead black men. But then you want to walk your ass right here like you've done so much on your own. The first thing you did to elevate your life was getting a baby put inside you by black men. And then all the stuff that's happening to black men, that deflects from you. So you get to move around this country free as you want to be and get all kinds of grants and government and state assistance, while black men still have to be men. No assistance. And so it just throws me off when I hear one of them say, well, I was here helping too. I was here, yeah, you helped, but he did it. I need brothers to understand that. Yeah, you might have helped, but the man did it. Off of sheer grit and intelligence and strategy and discipline. And he instilled discipline in those girls. Y'all see it? Some stuff you can agree to disagree. But that's just how fathers were and how real fathers are. They bring structure, discipline, and guidance. They don't play that. It's almost like a fuck your feelings when it comes to kids. Like, no, you're going to do this and I need you to do that. And then when they make it, then they're like, well, damn. Now I see what you were trying to tell me. It's a struggle. Especially if you have if he's with a woman who's not that agreeable. And she, I'm not saying that she didn't help along, but it's like, ma'am, all right, I get it. Because she, according to the way the movie is presented, no, she was there. That's right. There's a couple making it happen. But the part when she said, well, I carried you. Wait a minute. He coached the girls and he worked the overnight job as security guard. I ain't gonna tell it. So she overblew her part. No, you didn't carry him. Yeah, you went to work as a nurse, but he also worked overnight as security guard and coached them for 3-4 hours before he went to work. And made the contact. What you talking about? You supported the family, man. And he transitioned the family. You know, so it just boggles the mind when women make the choice to be baby mamas instead of wives and mothers. But then they want all the help that they could have gotten from a man that got them pregnant. They want the taxpayers to stand in as surrogates because they refuse to be responsible enough to pick men who want to be there with them and help them raise the children that she decided to have for him. Come on, somebody. So King Richard is very, very valid. Good movie. It's not us against them. It's about us coming back to us and seeing the value of black men. I know you got the feminists and you got all these people working their ass off double overtime daily to make sure that black men and black women don't make up with each other and become that force that we were back in the day. Even before any of these laws were supposedly passed in our favor, it was still about us. And that's what I got out the King Richard movie. And again, King Richard, one of those cats. Richard Williams is one of those old black men who was raised during the 40s, 50s, because he's 79 years old right now, right? And during those days, if you understand, read a little history, ask your grandparents who were 75 years old, 70 and up. Ask them about how blacks were treated, how they were not just segregated, but socially and legally put into their place, you know, in these different cities and states across the country, particularly in the South. And so they didn't have time to wallow in what hurt their feelings or what made them feel this way. They knew that they had to work. And Richard Williams came from that. Now he probably came across today as a lot of us pampered and cuddled and trimmed men and women of today, you know, but he came in like, look, what the hell are you crying about? Get out here and get it. And that I think that they didn't like, because he didn't have that part where he went to therapy and they helped to work out his issues as a child, and they didn't have that kind of room back in the day like that. You either did the work or you starved. You either did the work or you was homeless. You either did the work or your ass was out of the community. And that's where he comes from. And that's what I got. I was able to get a bigger understanding, or put a definite meaning on the men that I knew growing up. You know, these men were about getting the work done. Get the work done. And that's even when they're talking to their daughters. Y'all know that scene that's going around, or that particular video that's going around, that's gone viral, that they did back in the 90s when Venus was 14 years old, and that little white interviewer was asking her, "Do you think you can beat such and such?" She's like, "Yes." "How?" "Because I know I can." And he kept asking those questions. Well, that scene is there. And when they acted it out, he's like, "Look, that's a 14-year-old girl. Y'all know the whole thing. And I don't ask you again. You already told her what you trying to do, break her confidence. And she gonna be here. She gonna be a professional. She gonna be a pro when our old ass dead and buried." You know that whole scene, right? And there was a young couple. I don't know if the girl was black or Hispanic. But all I know, when that scene popped off, she said, "Man, King Richard should have been my daddy." See, black women, do y'all understand? In case you've listened to these Oprahs and all these feminist folks out here, these Amanda Seals, black children want black fathers. And it's your job to make sure they have one. And to stop all this, "Well, I can't make them. I can't make them stay there if they don't want to." Well, you got to pick the one who want to be there. You know how that works, ladies? It's called a husband. You don't get dudes just because y'all kicking it. You don't allow him to get you pregnant. If there's no ring and there's no I do's in front of a preacher, a pastor, or in front of God outside in nature in the backyard, you ain't supposed to have no baby by him. Why don't y'all understand that part? Because you're still doing what you want to do, and you expect everything to fall into place just like children. Children don't hardly plan. They plan to fail, and then when they fail, well, somebody gonna pick up the slack. And that's the attitude they have when you come to birthing or getting pregnant and giving birth to black children. You don't plan them. Well, it is what it is. And so black children have to grow up in these messed up situations without fathers. But they have to see a steady rotation of dudes coming in, knocking your block off, beating your back up, and they got to hear this noise while a different dude coming in knocking mommy down. And you don't think children hear that headboard in the middle of the night? You don't think they hear your moaning and his groaning? And they want the dude that they saw 2 days ago, it's another dude. You don't think that has some kind of psychological effect on girls, little boys and girls when they hear that? You see children already be tripping when they accidentally walk on their actual mother and father. So what do you think it's like when you're a single mama, but you can't hold your horses sexually? You have to invite dudes over when you think your children in the other room sleep. Children, you know damn well the children don't go to sleep. They 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You still trying to get your groove on. Yeah. Some of you live in 2-bedroom apartments. Thin walls, but you still trying to get your rocks off. Damn right. So instead of, why don't you just do it the right way? The way you say God intended. Those of you who believe in church and Bible and all of that, why don't you do that? So I'm just saying this. King Richard is a very important movie. Now, whether Will gets an Oscar nod for this or not, I don't know. He deserves it. No, the movie was good in itself. You know, it did a good job. A lot of messages in there that we can take and debate about. But what I saw was the reinforcement of the need, not only to have black fathers, but to protect black fathers, particularly the black men who are standing up publicly to protect their children, like a LeVar Ball, like where Richard Williams did. You know, that's what it's about. And we can't win anything unless we include black men, black fathers back in these households. And I'm not talking about black baby daddies. That's so rap. That's so hip-hop. I'm talking about something civilized. Black fathers in the home. Ladies, you are in control of that. You know, See, when you pick a father for of your children, you say, well, look, well, he's energetic, he's outspoken, he's strategic, he's disciplined, he's a protector, he's a provider. No, he's not a millionaire, but that $48,000 and $52,000, hell, he makes it work. Cause I work a little part-time gig, and you know, he's nice to me, sweet to me, loves our children. But somehow the average African-American woman thinks she's supposed to be married to Michael Jordan or Drake. Some kind of multi-millionaire. You average. Fuck you think going on? Every sister thinks she's supposed to have somebody to make $200,000 a year, $100,000 a year. When all these men around here making $42,000 to $65,000, they around here doing other things. And y'all walking past them. Then they get a cute little Becky or a cute little Mylene or a cute little Maria or a cute little biracial Jasmine. There you go right there. They got all these other women because y'all spend your youth, your young fine years thinking that you gonna attract a black Jeff Bezos. And how everybody can't be 1 to 3%. Shout out to Kevin Samuels. There are average people out here doing really well. A lot of y'all sisters could really benefit from a brother who's a school teacher working his way up to be the principal. Then now he's making $75,000 to $85,000. Y'all need to stop watching these love and hip hop movies. Well, I mean, dumb reality shows, love and hip hop, Black Ink, all that ignorant mess. The Real House Wenches or whatever city they in. You know, y'all stop. You average women, stop watching these dumb shows because it's keeping you single and it's keeping you a bunch of baby mamas. Watch shows where you got mothers and fathers. So I want to challenge you. I want to challenge you to go out and see this movie and take notes. Take notes on how to pick a father for your child or your children. Some of y'all already passed this, but maybe to the young women who are 18 to 25 or 18 to 27, maybe you can instill upon them. Look, having sex is not the crime. It's having sex without being on birth control and getting pregnant by a nothing-ass dude. I don't care how much money he make. It doesn't mean that he's supposed to be the father of your children. Hopefully after this movie, black people understand that to have children is a big responsibility, not because you're having sex. I mean, they need protection. They need providing for. They need hugs. They need discipline. They need a fence. Come on, somebody. A fence built around them. That's children. So hopefully that's what you will get if you have not gone to watch the movie. Hopefully that's what you'll get from the movie. Again, shout out to King Richard. Shout out to Will. Shout out to Venus and Serena for, bringing the story to us and telling it the way they told it. They ain't make their father look bad and all that. He wasn't perfect, but they gave what I call is a very appropriate depiction of who he was. A 2.5-hour movie doesn't tell everything, but it gives what is called give us like kind of a narrative of who the person was. And yeah, and we need more like him. But that's up to the ladies. It's up to the ladies, because these little brats running around here now, not all of them too many, right here angry at each other, murdering each other, jealous of each other, other black men, black boys and black males. They come from these single-raised mother households. That's where they come from. Got it? And so get out of your pride, ladies. Move your ego to the side. Drop the politics, because you're not good at it. Every piece of politics y'all get involved goes against you and your race and your family. It does. So stop listening to these Stop listening to boys. We ain't hardly got a man that really got a woman laid up beside him. I said it. Stop listening to them. Stop listening to these angry bras on YouTube who tell you that black men ain't shit. But if y'all want to listen to a sister, I got two in mind. A sister by the name of Crimson Cure. Crimson, Crimson Cure. And Erica LaSalle, I like her. Whew, not just because she's cute as all get out, but she makes a lot of sense. So y'all listen to women. If those of you who are interested in being a black man, if you're not, don't worry about it. Ignore what I just said. You know, there's more black men available than you think. But if you get your head out the clouds, oh yeah, and join a membership, gym membership. Get a gym membership and join Planet Fitness or Lifetime Fitness. Hell, it doesn't matter. Get in there, get your attitude together, hit some therapy, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, shout out to the King Richard movie. I'm out, and enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. If you live in a southern city where it's 80 degrees as well. Or maybe some of those East Coast cities might be 80 degrees right now. I don't know. But certainly here in Dallas-Fort Worth. Be cool, y'all. We'll talk in the future. Peace.